I'm Alex Borbola, and I'm here with Chatham Greenfield, the author of Time and Time Again, which is a YA romance about two queer Jewish disabled teens who end up stuck in a time loop. And Chatham is actually that last bit that I'd really love to talk to you about. What inspired you to set this story in the time loop and give it the meaning that it does?
In 2020, when the initial, COVID lockdown happened, I was, struggling as much as everybody else. But something I started reflecting on a lot was about how everyone around me was sort of experiencing living the same day over and over again for the first time. So I kind of had this idea to play on that repetitive nature by, asking the question, what if your day literally repeated? And since being disabled is so often an isolating experience, I made the decision to have Jess, Phoebe's love interest in the book, be disabled as well, and get stuck alongside her in the time loop because I really wanted Phoebe to be stuck with someone who inherently just gets her. And even though they have different health issues, gets to a certain extent what she's going through.
Yeah, seeing their relationship grow throughout the story is just so beautiful to see. So I would love to know what your favorite scene to write with the two of them was.
It's kind of a tie. I really like this scene where Phoebe and Jess go to an abandoned mini golf course and trespass, but just to play mini golf, and they have to bring their own supplies because the place is closed down.
It's especially gratifying to see Phoebe and Jess fall in love in part because we don't often see characters like them take center stage, especially not in that way. And I'd love to hear your perspective on why you felt it was so important to have characters with these varied identities.
When you have all of these identities, it can be hard to just divide them up because they really do play into each other. In the book, you see how the generational trauma of being Jewish really impacts and shapes Phoebe's anxiety, and her anxiety affects her IBS, and her IBS affects her relationship with Jess. And, it all sort of fits into each other. I think that those identities aren't as separate as some people might think they are.
Definitely. And just in general, I think kids can relate to these characters. I think this book is just so wonderful, and there's just going to be so many kids who see themselves in these stories. I can't wait for people to read it.